Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a nice 4th of July weekend. I'm glad everybody didn't do nothing as much, So, but as for me, I had to work normally doing my time is to stay busy at that time. So I'm pretty glad everything is going all right, but some people are rude because they don't have no professionalism. Even if they're not happy with that, they can kiss themselves goodbye. All right, simply put. All right. So today I just want to put something lighter on you folks. Yeah. Anyway, because let me tell you, because you do not have to worry about people who are constantly hating on you because he or she was totally undeserved. Okay, just because someone who's been trying to get to know you better, either he or she, the relationship did not just work out, just move on. Okay. So you just have to keep getting to know this person better. Okay. Because besides knowing the person can build a stronger relationship, and so he or she will not waste your time energetically. Okay. And yeah, so you gotta you have to take this take easily one day at a time. Make sure you have a well-deserved communication with your boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever. All right. So tough situation it's going on, but because I know you're gonna make the best of it until your parents say, if they accepted it and say yes, you gotta you deserve it. Or if someone in your family says no, they don't accept it, just move on. Okay, so we want to make sure that you gotta, you know make sure you stay where you are. Keep you know keep building a strong foundation for your relationship. Because like, you know but like, you know and don't worry about people who keeps hating on you, because I know there were too many toxic people out here. And you know you know they are living in a selfish condition that you don't that you do not want to hang out with anybody that untruly deserves to be with you ungranted. All right. And let me tell you, so because if you have, because in another thing here that I just want to add something, that even though if you have a toxic family member who's just who are just too manipulating you, just make sure you have no contact with one of your family members, because they their relationship is just not too related, because imagine that if I have a second or third one in my family, they're unrelated, and that's why I do not want to worry about that. People who are wasting your time, because they because they have too many problems in their head, and nobody knows what is going on, so you gotta step away from them, and don't let no one steal your pride and joy. And you just gotta take everything what you need to do from now on, so because I gotta tell you, because last night, before I got off work, I met this girl, she seemed really nice, though, because because one day, if she wants to be in a relationship with me, hope it might work out one day, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, one day. And I just wanted to say, then like, make sure that your people, they need to get away from them, because a lot of rude people are are going to this building, disrespecting the company, and I didn't appreciate that. Okay, because that can destroy your relationship, because and God does not allow that. Okay, because like, I know it may seem a drastic situation here, but you have to be calm, because we are here to do our jobs correctly, serving you right. That needs to be re-engaging from one another. Okay, and even though if some people are having a bad day, do not worry, we're gonna take care of you. Okay, because showing anger, it's not gonna help. Okay, so you need to leave your problems out of the way. So he needs to leave alone. Okay, all right. So, and we're gonna just continue to to see each other every weekend. I don't know what to expect for us in the near future, even though if our relationship is gonna build stronger, whether or not, but I hope everything works out for the best, and that's hope for a better future for the both of us. Okay, so I'm not worried about seeing calling my ex to say hey, calling my ex, because she was too toxic to see me. So I'm glad she don't want to, just not want to come to my house insulting me like that, because that's just because of their manipulative behavior, and we don't want to have too many problems with our situation here. All right, so yeah, so I did wanted to enlighten you up just a little bit. I'm glad we're trying to refocusing, doing our jobs correctly, observing if everybody that needed help or not, even though, because if I have to go back, in and out, and seeing everybody, getting paid like that, that's that's proper engaging relationship, so we want to be mindful to them. All right, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. So hopefully I will be coming back for more details later today or so, if not probably tomorrow, because even though when I'm not working, during those days, and yeah, I'll be doing videos, except for the weekends, okay. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all so much, from the bottom of my heart, continue to, keep getting to know people better, and you do not have to worry about, you know, seeing your former managers, or former classmates, or whoever that, who does not have, who doesn't deserve to be with you at this moment. Give them some time to relax and recover everything what we need to do so we can work this out. Mainly for that. Okay? So enjoy the rest of your day today. Kids are still out of school, but they're in summer school right now. So, but in August, school starts regularly throughout the year. And we have to make sure that we still that, make sure your friends, make sure that you and your friend are working together, keep working it out, teamwork is what we want. And I'm, but as for me, I'm glad I'm not in school no more, so I'm lucky with that. All right, so thank you all very much for for everything. I do appreciate you all on rocking with me today. So I know I've been having some some doubts and issues about it, but working this out on my own, because even though when there's nobody around with me, I still independently gonna keep doing what is best for myself. All right, so yeah, thank you all very much for everything. I hope you all have a nice, relaxing summer. Enjoy the last several weeks, because everybody is out of town. Everybody went back home to go see their families happily, even though they have not seen in a long time. Just stay in touch. You do not have to worry about it anymore. All right, well, I hope everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless you all. Stay active, drink plenty of water out here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it correct. All right, take care and be safe out here.